Oronde has joined us on Tuesdays for a long while, and we've taken a bunch of Tuesdays off. You had Panthers and Heat. We barely had a chance to catch our breath, but I can guarantee you, Crowder, when we're back at Twin Peaks in Davie on Tuesdays during football season, which we will be, Oronde will be joining us there. So,
man, I miss OG.
Me too. And he's with us now. Hello, Oronde.
Hello, good afternoon, guys. How are you?
We knew you'd be coming out of the box all amped up. You've been just holstering all your hot takes and everything you want to talk about.
Man, you've been holding me back since Jim Larinaga. Like, come on with it.
2 weeks in a row for Jim Larinaga, and he has never let me forget it. But they were in the middle of a Final Four run. What was I supposed to do?
I get it. Old Bowling Green coach, I give him props.
What? I'll start here. I'll give you a couple Dolphins questions, and then we'll get into some nonsense. But Dolphins training camp starts next month. Believe it or not, there's a public training camp, I think, like the last day of July, maybe. So it starts next month. On paper, Oronde, this Dolphins team feels like the real deal. Are you buying into it, though, on paper?
On paper, yes. I always buy into it on paper. I think we had the same conversation last year about buying into it on paper.
And they got better. They got better even.
Yeah, they got better. That's what I'm saying. So you got no choice but to buy into it even more. So, but as my good friend Channing can tell you, games aren't played on paper. They're played on the football field, and so it's a different story. But you always like to see. I know a lot of people not a fan of our GM, but I'm a Greer fan. I think he's put in the work. He's done what he can to improve the team, and so if I can just use some cliched words, we're going in the right direction. So I'm excited about it.
And OG is the whole. Listen, I have it's on autopilot now. When people ask me about the Dolphins, the first thing you have to say is if Tua stays healthy. That's the hashtag for the Dolphin season. But they added Mike White. So now Teddy, I don't think Teddy's gonna be here. I know the roster is what it is, but I think it's Mike White at 2. Do you like the fact that if Tua isn't healthy, that Mike White now is the guy that has to take over?
I'm excited about that, and I think we all excited about that. You know what makes Mike White that much better is because we got a serviceable 3 at this point. You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't know if that bodes well for Mike White because, the leash could be tight on him. But I think Mike White can do what Mike White does. I've seen Mike for a long time from U School and 7-on-7. So, just from using the little bit of professional football knowledge that I do have, because we've been in that situation before. When I played, Dan went out for a few games, and was Damon Hewitt a good backup? Of course, but all the backups have a shelf life. Like if we asked Mike White to do more than 5 games, is Mike White a good backup? Would you rather have someone else? But listen, if we can sign the guaranteed contract for Tua to play 13 games and we give Mike White 4, I feel good about it.
Yeah, I think a lot of Dolphins fans would sign up for that.
But Hawk, OG, you think they're keeping Mike White and Teddy as the 3? You talking about Skyler?
No, it'd be Skyler Thompson.
No. Yeah, Skyler. That's what I'm saying. Skyler played, the best he could play for us, especially the playoff game in Buffalo. I don't think he lost that game. And, even the games he played during the season, he was thrown in, the Jets game, he came and played 2. Right. So, I think a year under his belt, he's better. And obviously Mike White played, great when he was in with the Jets. And I think we should be a little bit better than than the Jets. The time he played with them.
Wait a second.
The time he played with them.
Okay, because I was going to ask you, as long as we're talking about quarterbacks.
I'm saying the time he played with them. When he was in.
And the division. Here's my take on Aaron Rodgers in New York. Either it is going to be an unbelievably good team or an unbelievably bad team. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think that they're going to be, a 7 and, well, I guess 7 and 10 now. There's 17 games. Everything's screwy.
That math
I think they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be good. I think they're gonna be.
You think he's going to be Aaron Rodgers? Like he's going to pick up where he left off. And I don't know if last season was the greatest season, but
this is how I look at it. Will he win? 12, 13 games. I think he can win 12 games. 12-5 is a good season for the Jets. You know what I mean? Like I just think we're so accustomed to seeing Aaron Rodgers be Aaron Rodgers, but unfortunately we don't. Aaron Rodgers not playing the Bears and the Lions of 7-8 years ago. You know what I mean? We got some better teams as a conference. So you're just gonna walk in there and say, "Oh, the Bears, here we go again. I own you." Now you don't own anybody. So we have to look at it a little differently. And they got some pretty big games on that slate. You know what I mean? They got some pretty big games. They got to play some people out the gate. The season's going to be a little different. But I do think the Jets will be, right there at the end. You know how this AFC East is going to be. The last 3 games. Oh, we got to go to Buffalo. Oh, the Jets come to us like that. Still going to be that. I don't think he's just gonna, come here and put up a season like Tom Brady did for Tampa. I don't think that.
And OG, we talking about the AFC East. The AFC East is a grown man, but if you have to rank them right now, because to Hawk's question, how big does Aaron jump? Because last year it was Bills, Dolphins, and you say Jets and New England, whatever it was. But now I think Aaron Rodgers kind of reset that AFC East. How do you rank the AFC East?
I still rank them the same. I still rank, I still rank Bills, Dolphins, Jets. I still rank it that way. But, like you said at the beginning, and we all know, we got to use the hashtag. If Tua plays all 17 games, like, where are we at that point? Then we can, because, I think that's what I'm saying. I think Greer did a good job to address you get Aaron Rodgers, which is a 10 out of 10 pickup, but we got better at DB, so it kind of bumps them down to at least an 8, because you're just not throwing all willy-nilly on the 2 cornerbacks we have, right? And so we should be getting some people back that we lost last year. So, hey, we addressed the situation. Now, if we could somehow another, pull off the Dalvin Cook situation, then we become number 1 in potentially in the conference.
Does that make, if they got Dalvin Cook, you think immediately they're the favorites in the AFC East? Does he make that? Yeah.
Without doubt. Yeah, without doubt.
Is that an indictment of our current running backs, or is that a
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad indictment. We made it to the playoff game with them, and they're good dudes because they know the system and they know how to run. But you get somebody better, they better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they better. Like, you love Tyler Hero, or would you like Damian Lillard? Tyler Hero's good, but So
we had that exact conversation yesterday. We really did. It was like, I like Tyler Hero a lot, and I can make a lot of cases for him. But if Dame Lillard is available, I think
what are we doing? Like, So would you like Dalvin Cook? And it always gives you an extra boost. Like, it didn't work in Teddy's situation, but you always like a guy coming home to play for his hometown team. But listen, I think Dalvin Cook would be a good pickup. I think we jump Buffalo because we know Buffalo. They low running back challenged, and so I think we jump them, and so we become the monsters of the AFC East at that point. So, but then you go back to the hashtag. Negatively, like, I've said this before, just talking around, with friends and stuff. potentially the good is we get Dalvin Cook, and on paper we become the best. But you could potentially have just on his face, just on looking at times before, you could potentially be in a situation where you're going into the game with your quarterback out, your running back out, and your left tackle out. Those dudes all got a little,
wear on the
paper
tires.
mache to them. Yeah, they got a little paper mache to them. They got a little origami to them. You know what I mean? So, they could. It could be out. What happened? Oh, the game. 2 minutes before the game, we doing the pregame. Oh, he's out. When did he was gonna be out? What happened? Oh, no, he was just walking from the car to the. He was walking from the car to the dressing room, and
OG Tua learned how to fall this offseason. He put some weight on now. He's not paper mache anymore.
They got a little origami to them. It sounds like Crowder saying he bought Ethernet at the hotel that he's brought.
It was $6 more than regular internet.
So you got a super yellow cord to connect.
Right. No, I think he doesn't realize Ethernet is a cord. I believe he thinks Ethernet is some sort of.
You paid $6 for the super yellow cord. Your yellow cord is thicker than the one going from my TV to my computer. You got $6 extra cord. Oh, you got the gold cord. Oh, okay.
Ooh,
is this yellow cord by the Keurig? Where is this yellow cord y'all speak of?
Right.
Fancy hotel. They got the Keurig. They don't even have the Mr. Coffee. This is a fancy hotel.
By the safe in the closet, on top under the iron. Oh, I see it. I see it right there.
Hey, the Jets and Aaron Rodgers are going to be on Hard Knocks this year.
Why?
That's interesting. No, but that's interesting because I don't think he's got the patience for Hard Knocks. I don't think he's got the patience for cameras following him around.
Aaron has a little flair to his game. When he walked in with the Con Air look,
that's true. You know what? You're right.
He could do it. He has I sat in the room in the dark for 3 days instead of 4. He got a little flair.
Ayahuasca.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he'll, obviously he'll tell the people the days he don't want to be messed with, like not today, but he'll do it for the most part.
But no, because we saw Tom Brady change with Tampa. Do y'all think Aaron Rodgers changes now that he's out of the conservative Green Bay market and he's in damn New York where he's the biggest market in the nation?
I don't think so.
He is who he is.
The market is a little different. Like you can go to Tampa. You can come from New England where it was, it was kind of stringent, kind of. Don't say nothing. Like we're not everybody on the injury report. To Tampa. Well, like it was Tampa.
Yeah, and who was the coach? The guy with the hat?
Yeah, and the red glasses.
Bruce Arians.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, a little different in New York. You make one slip up, and then you tell them people relax in New York. You get your car egged.
Right. No, he's right. In Tampa, like there's one sports media in Tampa. It's Dan Cilio. So what? New York, you got like the creme de la creme.
Yeah, they'll get with you in New York. In Tampa, Tom's at the park. Yeah, okay. AB staying with Tom. Oh, okay, great. They're not doing that in New York. They're gonna write. You'll be on the front of the post, like what I mean. Like
Oronde,
I don't think it.
We're running out of time. Today is National Ice Cream Cake Day. I am not a fan of ice cream cake. I don't think ice cream should. Days. Is it really? I don't think ice cream should be eaten with a fork. I don't like adults who go, oh, the crunchies. You got to have crunchies. It makes it.
Crunchies.
I get, yeah, but you're an adult. Do you really have to have crunchies? I mean, do you? I mean,
it's a good option. You can check the box or leave the box unchecked. But I think the whole key to the ice cream cake situation is you got to have it that day. Like that's it.
Right.
Like even if you made it to the party late, the party started at 4 for your grandson, but you got there at 6:30, and you guys, I'll take a piece of ice cream cake, but don't try to bring me the cake tomorrow.
But isn't that why? Isn't that a great argument for why a Publix sheet cake or a cookie cake is superior to an ice cream cake? Because a regular cake or a cookie cake, you can have the following day and the next day after that. It's got a shelf life. You have an ice cream cake, you put that in the freezer, it's going to stay in the freezer uneaten until you throw it away.
So, have you ever had a birthday party at the park, like a park, like doesn't have a gate where you close it, like, oh, you can't come in after 7? Just a regular park where you walk into, under the tree with the little grill.
Yes, that's
super dirty.
When you start getting tired of the kids at your house, you do that a couple of years, and then you go, you know what? Let's move this thing to the park this year.
But a park, like a park, not like I said, not the one with the gate, like. You know what I'm saying? Channing usually, just a part.
Don't throw me under the bus.
No,
don't throw me under the bus.
Channing gets that $300, teepee. They have the one in the park. You got to reserve it a year and a half in advance, unless you're Channing Crowder.
It's called a canopy. Called a canopy.
Yeah, no, not he got canopy 6, not that part. The part where you come up and just drive and park and park diagonal, just any old way. Let's park.
Right.
You know, that park.
Right.
At a park like that, and it's 97 degrees, and everybody trying to stay under the tree, and ice cream cake not bad. Ice cream cake not bad.
I mean,
ice cream cake not bad. It's not bad.
But it won't
crunchies,
stay.
No crunchies. Ice cream cake not bad.
But OG,
ice cream cake not bad. But if you're in the house,
in that moment, it's not right. It's not bad, is what you're saying.
Right.
But
not bad.
But the best way to eat ice cream is out of a bowl or in an ice cream cone.
Or out of the half gallon.
Or out of the pint itself, or whatever.
Yeah.
But the worst way to eat ice cream is on a plate.
Well, with a fork, I go with a fork.
Yeah.
Kinda. You know, I mean, but listen, I'm not putting the ice cream cake in the submarine. I think the ice cream cake's okay. I think the ice cream cake is okay.
But to the fork, and I see your side, and I'm on y'all's side. But to the point about the fork thing, can't you just eat a fork with anything you can eat a fork with? Like
but ice cream's not meant to be eaten with a fork.
But you're saying it's not meant to be, but you can eat it with a fork because
you could eat Cheerios with a fork if you really ring them around. But I mean, it's not going to be much fun.
Now you not getting the milk
if you want. If you got to, you could eat cereal with water. If you
right. I mean, you can really do anything. It's America. But, I mean, is it preferred? All right, there you go. Oronde Gadsden. I don't know why we haven't had him on in a while, and obviously that was our mistake. I mean, Jim Larinaga, while he's great, he hung up on us yesterday. He had to go. Oronde Gadsden. We'll see you, OG.
Hey man, y'all take it easy.
There you go. Oronde Gadsden. Of course, we go along with him. It's what we